Hey, it's Kylie LeBray. Please excuse me for looking like Raggedy Ann. Let me tell y'all something. I am so tired. You can probably see it in my face. My eyes are so puffy. And to be honest, like I've just been stressing out trying to make things happen. If you know what I mean. Um, but I figured I'd make a video. So basically, if you saw my post, you see that I have hairs in the sink. But today I trimmed my ends today. I really needed them trimmed because they were like Velcro, and my hair was just feeling dry and just really just raggedy. My hair was feeling raggedy, so I definitely needed to do a good trim. So I took off about an inch all the way around. Basically I just sectioned my hair off in sections. I started to do the video, but I was like, I don't have that much space on my phone, so I didn't record it. But I just sectioned off my hair, and I put my hair in clips, section it off, put it in clips. And what I do is I pull like individual sections and I clip off an inch, and that's it. I've been doing my hair like that for years, trimming it while it's curly. I also did it curly because I can't find my blow dryer since I moved here. I have one of those Revlon, the one that looks like a giant brush. I have one of those and I cannot find it. So I would have, oh, my eyes are running. I would have blow dried my hair to trim it, but I can't find my blow dryer. So I was driving around today and I was trying to do Uber, and right now Uber is dead for the day. So I have a lot of things that I do, but it just feels like it's not adding up to nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do Uber, I'm a tutor, I just got a job at a school that I should be starting in a few days, and I'm still struggling. Like, what is that? But I was gonna go back out and do Uber, but it doesn't make any sense because I have to go and tutor these. I have 2 students I have to tutor later today. So I might as well save that gas and just go tutor. So I'll probably go back out tomorrow because Uber, Lyft, it's dead right now. Like, it was like I was getting a ride every 10-15 minutes, like waiting 10-15 minutes to have somebody requesting a ride. So that's not happening today. What else? What else can I talk about in this video? Let's talk about mental illness. Let's talk about it just a little bit. Because if you've been following my channel, excuse me. If you've been following my channel, you know I am mentally ill. Or I have a mental illness. I like to say it that way than I am mentally ill because it makes me like a psycho or something. Like, depending on the situation, I could go there. But I wanted to touch on some things about mental illness because this is something that I struggle with every day of my life. It affects my everyday life, and it affects the lives of so many other people. And it's one thing to hear from people who don't or who have not been diagnosed, these people that have so much to say about those of us who have mental illnesses. If you don't have one, then you have no idea what you're talking about. So I have bipolar disorder. I actually have what's called And I used to be like kind of shame to say this, but why? You know what I'm saying? I'm still a pretty dope person, regardless of this illness. So at least, I like to think that I kind of am. Okay. So I look so tired in this video. I need to go to bed. But I have what's called schizoaffective bipolar disorder. I also have ADHD and I also have PTSD, right? And every day of my life, I struggle with all of them. So having a mental illness, dealing with the work situation, like a lot of people don't realize sometimes I quit jobs because of my illness. If things are becoming too stressful or I feel like management is playing games with me, um, I will quit the job. I come to work to work. I come to work to do my job and take my ass home. I don't come to work trying to make friends. If I happen to make a friend, that's a plus. But I'm there to do my job. I'm not there to be micromanaged or, every time I turn around, it's drama. You know what I'm saying? Keep me out of it. I don't want no parts of that. I just want to come to work and do my job and go home. That's all I want to do. I don't want to sit with nobody on my lunch break. I like to sit by myself because that's my time to myself for me to calm down and to regather my thoughts and my focus on what I'm doing that day. Like I'm not one that likes to always chit chat with somebody during my lunch break. If it gets to a point where I feel like I can't breathe or like it's always people in my face and I never get a chance just to be to myself for a minute, that stresses me out and I don't like that. And so you might end up losing me as an employee. I just asked for my lunch break. Just give me my lunch break and I'm cool. But that's part of my illness. I can't do high stress stuff. Like I can't do high stress, too many moving parts of a thing to do. Like it becomes overwhelming. If I have to feel overwhelmed every day that I come to work, then I'm looking for something else. Let's see. I am forgetful. Um, I can remember stuff from 1989. I was 2 years old. There's things that I remember from being 2 years old. Like I remember my 2-year-old birthday party. Like I remember turning 2 years old and having a birthday party. Like it wasn't even really a party. It was just like there was cake involved and balloons and there was happy birthday everywhere. And I guess it was kind of like a party, but I was a baby. So the way I interpreted it was I just remember being sung happy birthday and cake. um I can remember stuff that far back. But if you ask me to do something and like 5 minutes later, I completely forgot what you asked me to do. So a lot of times I have to ask people to, like I try to repeat back to the person what they told me and it helps it stick better in my mind. But that annoys people because they don't understand that your brain works a certain way. So you have to do certain things for it to function properly. So that I guess that can be annoying to people when you ask them or you repeat to them what you just said or what they just said. There's that. And then, so I'm forgetful. I can't do high stress environments. My days are not predictable. Like for me, I can go weeks with feeling upbeat, on top of the world, um, feeling like a conqueror, straight up queen energy. But then, like, after those weeks, I go into this mixed episode for a couple of weeks, and everything is done with aggression. Like, I just have like aggressiveness under any emotion I feel. So if I feel sad, then I'm feeling aggressive, like depressed but angry. If I'm happy, it's like, yeah, like I wanted to say something, but I ain't gonna say it. But it's like an aggressive undertone of every emotion. So just think sadness with aggression, happiness with aggression, fear with aggression. That is just straight up anxiety, like on steroids. Um, all of the emotions that you could think of, just put fire up under it. That is a mixed episode, and that is the most dangerous episode to have with bipolar disorder, because that is when you become susceptible to having self-harming thoughts and tendencies. Been there. I have I have stories, but I have days where I can't get out of bed. I have days where, like, I can go days without cleaning anything. Like, it gets bad. And the sad part about it is that I am such a motivational person. Like, a lot of people look to me to be a motivator, but they don't realize how much I struggle. Like, they don't realize how much I actually struggle just to be inspirational, just to be motivated. Um, Sometimes it's just too much. Just the whole bipolar thing is just too much for me some days. And I come home and I just shut off from the rest of the world for a few days. Um, some other things about dealing with bipolar disorder, I have to avoid arguments, because when I get upset, if I get to a point where I am raging, it's almost like I can't help myself. Like, I can't stop myself. And I don't like that part of me. So when someone wants to argue with me or to start something with me, I walk off. I let them look stupid. Argue with yourself. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to block you. I'm just going to pretend you don't even exist. Because I don't want to go dark like I know I can. So that's some things that I've dealt with, that I deal with having this mental illness. I take my medicine every day. There's some days I forget to take it because I'm forgetful. But I take it religiously though, but some days I do forget. I don't know. I wanted to do a video that was strictly about having a mental illness and going to college. I might do a separate video. Should I talk about that now? Like, okay, just a quick tip. If you're going to college, right? And you have bipolar, you have depression, or you have schizophrenia, whatever it is that you may have, make sure you speak with the disability department and go work with them and let them get your doctor's note and everything, and go to the student disability department. I think, because I went to USF, so I think it was called Student with Disability Services or something like that. But you need a doctor's note showing your diagnosis. And what they will do is give you accommodations to help you in your classes. So you can get things like time off, um, or you can get more time to do your assignments. They might give you some days off, excuse days off. You might get if you have ADHD really bad, you can ask for, I know where I went, you can ask for the pen that records lectures and stuff, and then it'll print it out for you on your computer. It was a lot of different things that department did to really help me get through college, because I was really struggling when I was, especially at USF, getting my bachelor's. But I was really struggling. And the funny thing is like the end result is that I graduated with my bachelor's. I had a 3.04 GPA. And for me, for what I was dealing with, that to me is like having a 4.0. So, people don't realize how much you struggle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and if you have an illness like me and you're listening to this, like, you know what I mean. Like, people don't realize how much you actually struggle. Like, most of my days, there's this ongoing thought of, I would rather not be here. I would rather not be here because it's messing up everything. I would rather not be here. This is not an existence. Like, that's how I be feeling sometimes. And I try to fight that thought by staying busy. And it's so bad that I can't not be busy. Like, I always have to be doing something for me to keep my mood up. But sometimes it's just like I can't do anything. But I'm pretty sure I'll have more other videos about mental illness going forward. But this is just to kind of let you guys know, what I deal with, what I have, and that despite this illness, you could still find beauty in life. I find beauty in nature. I love birds. I like watching birds and, the animals outside. I like to watch them play, and butterflies and stuff. It's just simple things like that just helps me ground myself. For other people, it might be music. Some other people, it might be food. I like food too. I made some jerk wings the other day. Girl, it was so good. But I like food. I like to cook too. So, but yeah, that's my thought for today. I am so tired. It looks like I've been crying, but I have not been crying. I need to cry. I am overdue for a crying session. Like, let me tell y'all something. I be like suppressing my depression. I won't cry. I'll just find something to do. But deep down inside, like, I do need a good crying session because it makes everything better. But I can't cry. I think it's the medicine that I'm on because I can't cry. I could be at a funeral right now and I wouldn't even cry. Like, yeah, that's also a part of this illness. It's like sometimes the meds you take suppresses your emotions. But I just try to find things to do. Like today, I trimmed my hair. So I'm gonna end this video, but thanks so much for listening to my TED Talk. And I hope you find the beauty in your life today and you have a good one. All right. Bye.